Hello everyone and welcome to QualityOldHomm. Today we are starting a new single hero challenge and this time we are going to go, well, as much random as possible. I think we will take a bit smaller map and it's classic victory, Battle of Champions, classic, so Helltide. Yeah, we will be in a battle automatically on this one. So let's take that. Random Yanhei. Okay. And what about his Abyssal Communion, Basic Intelligence? What about his specialty? I think it's related to those. And of course, hardest difficulty. And let's get going. So the plan basically about Olden Era videos is to make this random single hero challenge map as well as a classic map. So cultists, and unfortunately I don't like too much of cultists. So have to admit that I'm not really huge fan of this beginning, but well, that's random. And we have that single hero. Okay, so here I was going to start collecting resources to get more heroes, but that's not the case. So this cost wood and stone. Could we get perhaps both? Yes, we can. And perhaps it's worthwhile to actually take that. And at least get these, and hopefully next turn something else as well. So we are a bit on a timer here. Yeah, we cannot get mage guild. And we cannot get any shooters as it is. Oh, that's, well, that's how it is. And we don't have any more money. Fair enough. And I think we'll put those that way. We need to take that, and then where is Orbit? Okay, that was actually quite important, and oh, we don't have the money. In the last game I was kind of criticized that not using the spells enough, so I think I need to try to do a bit better this time, and perhaps we can, yeah, we can get marketplace, and it's important to utilize these as much as possible. Not collecting that alchemical dust quite just yet, so that we can collect these basic resources a bit faster. And since we are on this hardest difficulty, I think we want to improve our income. Now that we are collecting resources over here. Should we hire these? Perhaps. Then again, perhaps not. It seems that not that many resources if we continue over there, but another settlement, yeah. So that most definitely. So Unbound, max spells, enemy loses focus charges. I think Unbound is the better way to go. Then again, we would have one for Unfeeling, but still we will go with that. And here we can take bank. Oh, And here I'm once again talking, yeah, I need to take all of these and yada 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 yada. And here we are. Is this... I think it's... yeah. It is in the open field. So, do we have, by the way, any spells? No, we don't. Ah, yeah, those have that ranged attack. Oh, that was close. Okay, and okay. I guess that's too many magic creatures. Not sure if this was actually an improvement or a downgrade compared to those initial results. Abyssal Remnant. Here we really cannot do that much, and here... well, those are stone. Perhaps the extra money is really worth it. That's a difficult battle. We really need that orbit. Is it over there? Well, let's take the ore we know that we have here. Okay, and can we get bank? Not really sure. Because we really are struggling with those resources. So perhaps I will just wait. Okay, another settlement. Some ore. That's really nice. Can we beat them? I think we can. If not, this was rather short playthrough. Is it ours? No, it's not. Hey, I can't get in. Is the game kind of... hey, that's weird. I've never encountered that. I cannot... Is the game kind of considering that as suicidal battle? So I'm not allowed to get in there. Okay. I guess I just was putting the hero in wrong place. So we could now... okay, we could not. Apparently. And unnatural calm. Well, I guess we just have to take care of that. and that's it. Not really that well, but okay, and I think next let's grab some reinforcements, and then let's try to locate that orbit or ore mine, whatever it is. Oh, and now the Mage Guild. And actually city is producing those. That could actually be quite powerful, to be honest. And then let's recruit what we can. And get going this way. That's normal battle now. So we should, yeah, we are getting 6 at the moment, so that's rather great. Difficult battle, difficult one. Yeah, we want easy battles and to build up our bases. So anything over here, I think Marketplace actually is worth it in most of these places. More experience, and I think we will go with those next. And perhaps that gold mine would be a good idea at some point, but then again, should we try to explore some new places? Leadership. Okay, so now we are lacking crystals, it seems, for that treasury. Bank, I think that's worth it. Here we really can't afford too much. What if we try to trade? So 6. I think it will actually be worth it. That 3,000 is quite something. And here, yeah, that's good as it is. And let's continue. Lethal. So, House of Chains, most definitely, and then we want to get this bloated mansion as quickly as possible. 2, and let's improve the mercury income. I'm not sure if we want to get too far this way just yet. Okay, another city. Let's take that. Lightning bolt. Hooray! Okay. And that's it. Let's take Expert Abyssal Communion. And can we get... Yes, we can get past them over here. And I think once again we are starting to wait for the change of the week, so we could actually get really going with those things we want. Resource depot, perhaps it would not go amiss. And here, let's take this one. Oh, and thus can we actually build... Well, we can build this then. It's a bit of waste to run here and there like this, but we are going to have new creatures at the beginning of the next day. Involuntary summons Mage Guild. Sorry about that. Let's make Mage Guild level 2. Here. Perhaps we should start making true production capabilities. Here, bank. Here. Well, not really that much. Oh, and here. Let's take. What's, by the way, this? Okay, arcane spell improvement. Let's take that. By the way, do we have some second wind? Okay, so now we could lesser summoning right. Rush of these are these. I don't even remember. Yeah. So perhaps these, so we can get missile units. And let's take the stingers. And by the way, should we check the spells? I'm not sure if this was a wise move, but what's done is done. And I think we want to take that gold mine over there. Can we actually improve walls? These tables here. Cultist spire. Here. Not really anything. And I think we want to go with experience from now on. Let's take genius. And advanced leadership. Yeah. And we want to get the level. Okay, that's a lot of those marksmen. Or crossbowmen. Okay, that was nice. Initiative is 7. So basically I think we need to go. So a bit better. And then, yeah, we want to have that. So, about that disturbing summoning rite. We need to have some crystals for that. House of Chains. Stables. Not really sure about anything else. Let's take that. Is the battle beginning at the end of month 2 or month 1? Not really sure about that. That's a fast unit. Okay. And a level, and we want to have this morale. You do not control. Okay. Let's take the safe bet. Okay. So now this is the way we haven't explored that much. So there is something to loot. We need to get that alchemical lab at some point, and probably that's a good place to grab as well. Eerie summoning rite, gems, crystals. We need to get those during this week. So a bit of time before getting those, and then we need to go for the walls so that we can get those, as many of those bloated mansions as we can. And the reason is they are just good. Retrieving mana. Perhaps we will take those. And yeah, crystal shouldn't be an issue soon. Okay, quite fast. Okay, not looking good for our special ability. Waiting for the gems. Here we have bloated mansions, so let's begin to upgrade. Here, now we have the bloated mansion, and here cultist spire. We have some more mercury and some of these. That eager for dust quite just yet. Can we push through from here? there is that Pandora's box, which we want to have. Oh, I should have accepted that. Well, what's done is done. Oh. That was rather nasty of you. Ah, they have that first strike, or whatever it's called. Well, I should have taken the auto-resolve. So, if we try to push through there, we could perhaps get up. And then we need to begin to do the upgrades. Or perhaps, well, fortunately I'm building the walls here. Stables. And okay, and now those new tier laws are open to us. Okay, and they will reach us this turn. Or rather, next turn. Okay, nice. Scouting. Not fully sure about how I like that. Okay, that looks a useful dwelling. And are these... Okay, they are not the fastest unit, but still actually surprisingly fast. Unfortunately, no second turn. They did sting in earnest. We don't know luck. I guess that's rather nice. Oh, and for unit testing I have once again put this... where is it? That. Okay, walls 3. Perhaps we should start getting that great library as well. At some point. And House of Chains. Then again, we really don't have that much money, so... And we need to actually get next turn the... Not really sure about those. Well, I think that might be quite nice. I guess we can accept that. Still looking for the gems. there is at least some. Some more. Okay, can we get... yeah. Here we have walls 3, we can get treasury. Here walls 3. And here... let's make the bloated mansion then. Expert scouting not looking... really good. I don't think that enemy revelation is really that good in the current scenario type. And perhaps we should head home once again to get a bit better units. Not sure we want to fight that battle. Do we have any Shadowflight reinforcements? Okay, not really what we are looking for. And I want to have this soon. But while waiting for that... let's make these. And here... well, perhaps we can wait with those. Let's grab these first. Oh, I should have taken that. Well, maybe next turn. Yeah, we can accept that. So fireball, these are ranged, I think. And I think you can start focusing on those. You will take care of those. Perhaps we could start hitting that. I think we should try to take those down first. Oh, area attacks. Didn't remember that. Command fear. Oh, that would have been probably useful. And once again, I forgot to raise those. Well, too bad. Okay, basic offense. Let's take that. Good. Mirror copy. And let's take what troops we can, especially these. Well, if we can take everything, let's take everything. And then we need to get back to base. But while we're at it, I think we will try to hit those, and we need to visit that. So... Oh. Apparently I just don't have the money. Advanced offense. We are clearly going for a ranged composition. Oh, I forgot this entirely. That's too bad. We want to have this. And then we want to have that improved bloated mansion. I shouldn't have built that, because we do have quite a bit of mercury. So, yeah, we need to have gems. And now we're lacking wood. And which one of these? Initiative. Yeah, we want to have frozen pages. These have Discord Storm. I think we will keep these Rift Arbitrators. Here, Hourglass damage. I think we will take the Bewitcher. And then here we had these Bewitchers, these, if we can afford some of those. Perhaps we should, yeah, we can take some more troops next turn. I doubt that we want to upgrade any buildings at the moment. I think the army composition is decently strong. And there is some unexplored territory. While taking it, we can get, for example, a gem mine. Not that fast, really. That did hurt. But quite a bit better than initially thought. And we need to go with the expert offense. And did we get some... Oh! Nice. Okay, I guess that might have been it. We have 3, okay, we do have 2 free slots. A basic daylight magic, okay. So we have some chances of still getting what we need. And here... I guess that bloated mansion is quite enough for what we need, and then walls a bit later. And that looks rather nice. I don't think I want to waste any movement going over there. Okay. We have a new target. Okay, that's by the way a lot of those. Okay, but not quite enough. Well, that might be nice. That's rather nice as well. And yeah, we really shouldn't be going over there to grab those resources, which we don't really need. And in other places, I don't think we really need that much. Oh, and here, that definitely, this. So we have one additional settlement. Should we try to go for Mage Guild in order to get town portals? Impossible. So we're not quite that strong yet. That's a lot of those. Then again, that would be nice to have. Were those? Yeah, they are basic skeletons. That's a relief. Firewall. I haven't tried this. So let's try it out. That was satisfactory. Okay, so let's decrease the value of those skeletons. Yeah, perhaps we shouldn't be using any damage spells. Do we have Arena's Touch? No. Song of Power? No. Sleep Blink? Not really anything of those. Twilight? Caving Carapace? Mirror Copy? Okay. Yeah, that might be the most cost-efficient approach for us. And I need to remember that these do have long range. Okay, and that's it. Great. Expert Daylight Magic. Yeah. Oh, and perhaps we should try to get that crown. Well, let's trade what we can. Oh, and about that Mage Guild. Yeah. So now the question is the battle going to begin now? If yes, okay, we can get to... How many town portals can we use? 1 times per day, okay. So, do we have any troops over here? No, we don't. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Okay, so perhaps it's at the end of month 2, but I think it really is time to start hitting the enemies. Or rather to start advancing towards the enemies. Let's leave the unupgraded units over here. And then visit this deep well. And before doing anything else, we will build those. Except we don't really need those anymore. Well, deep well, is that actually our second last settlement? Well, no matter. We will take these, and these. And then we will try to get to frigate heights. Actually, I think we should... Oh no. Well, that's one additional defense, but not exactly what I was looking for. And here, all of these. Well, let's take these as well. Though, do I have the money is another question. And then town portal away to here. And about the spells. Primordial Chaos, Anti-Magic, Guillotine. That might be nice. Clear Fog. Can we upgrade this? No, we can't. Nearest Vale, Assemble, Riposte the Riposte. Fireball has to be upgraded. Okay, fair enough. And then about upgrading. So we have this, yeah, and here we have the other one. And then we don't have money. And for these we have those, and these we haven't upgraded. So let's... Oh. Okay. Oh, and I should have upgraded. So basically, I think the game is now in the phase that we really want to move to engage the enemies. So basically, town portal away. Old Oyster, Auroras, there. And then to take on these more difficult places, I think we can accept that. Oh no, last chance. Okay, well, that's it then. To be honest, I think it would be great if there were some possibilities to kind of change some of the abilities one has gotten. It would make things so much easier to get that special ability. Okay. Yeah, I think we want to have that. So let's get over there. And then should we strike over here? Or see if there is another Dragon Utopia somewhere over there. So perhaps we should head to Deepwell. Any troops we could recruit? At least these. And let's get going. Okay, so now is the time for the final battle. Are we ready? I think we are. Though they did begin quite nicely. So can we move? Yeah. And perhaps we should try to knock those ones out. We're really missing some melee power at the moment. And perhaps we shouldn't strike at those vampire lords quite just yet. So now what? These Sukubai. Well, let's start hitting them and then... Oh, that was a mistake. You... Perhaps we should try to retain those focus charges. We don't want those numbers to start growing. Could we get Earth's Rage, Shackles, Mirrored Copy? Perhaps we could copy those. Then you can go over there to attack. By the way, what's that ability? Perhaps it was extra action. It seems we really struggle to deal damage, especially against these. So, well, the enemy defense is actually rather nice. But not quite good enough, it seems. And our hero can finish the job. Okay, so that's it's everything for today. Oh, I have some laws unused. Well, in any case, thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Feel free to post comments, give advice, ask questions and so on. Have a great rest of the day. QualityOldHomm out.